Another issue, and the National Labour Commission or money CLOGSAG focus here, and it's about neutrality allowance 20%. I'm seeing more. According to National Labour Commission, the government at TRC, Minister of Finance at TRC said they will pay the money to a CLOGSAG, said they will call you for more strike. Name they are waiting say Friday no money payment structure about beto actually when they are going to be paid and the other issue. Talking about corruption. Say Abambia sir, enim say Crawford do na was civil servant adwuma mu no do na ye move them out because they are perceived some belonging to the outgoing government. Na ye recruit any ankasa Crawford dia ba. Something secret, open. Mon pam why should we continue to pay these people? After say we a party member, we a Juma party na party na do abahono. Yensen tua osika say be a neutral person, but ye ko party no na eko. Yensen tua say sika no. Why should we pay this allowance to them when yemna no so say you can't do partisan politics as a government worker or civil servant? Does it make sense? Is it not corruption? Okay,
even before I remember Horno Medical Krabeka menu had no initial corruption as someone say one of the reports, Integrity Initiative, this country loses $3 billion to corruption every year. $3 billion. Afibia. Now, I hear a finance minister be a watch party no. I need a koje.
Refisa bond. No, 6. Refisa bond. So one bond. I don't think say they do $1 billion.
And do $1 billion. Now so minya ye koko bo sa busian we. A ochina a chamber. What them say busian ya bo egu o man so bi wa between the next 30 years. E bi wa next 30 years. Sa turn the best attitude. In chamber omunim hubi. And into say ye wo sika sa wo memu ha na say ye hwe no $3 billion a year. Minua obi o hwe ye tie consider there $3 billion betima ya ma ye. Inka ye problems nyina anka ya so baby. And na me no ka say bad roads and yes a police for report Easter ye say nkofo wuye. And ne brim Ghana ha Yegusu use one road ka eko na ebi ba omo hwe mo ho anim. Yentumi nye dual roads. Ebia miensa na nan e wo ne benko nan e wo ne nifa so. Yenya sa ye experience sa accident.
I'm feeling we dual carriage.
And internet this is very pervasive. A hard drain. The second thing I make am be honest say unim o kai galam say. Yira your president and in the presidency this is so. Says when to me and concasa galam say fight it is say na ye vice president catch and say see deny depreciating you are locking on the key now come IGP and intino sa see the depreciation na cost na nkai to etwa no they the same thing a man penny by catch galam say ntokwa no onu so luzua the president of the beto menua ye the 10 ministries and a ko sa galam say fight now so nda menu ka say Cocoa board, catching and say we are losing 11,000 hectares of cocoa lands, cocoa farms to Galamsey. And in Tiakakra EU, ye cocoa no European Union and Tobio. So ni madia cocoa ye ma omai. Ye kokoji syndicated loans. Cocoa no kwa yen fan kwa ye kwa ni akoji hu sika e ba be bo man no bra. And that me no ka say cocoa dua no ye de akosi awawa. Akwaji bosia. And they trade the value of cocoa to young Iowa memoha. All of these things is by corruption, or is as a result of corruption. And the corruption as a enya grodi. Obi otie yon ohwe ye bia no esese ye fa serious. Na ye me no won tokwa. Me ye nja ma ban because aban ni de hwambo. Now CLOGSAG.
Neutrality allowance.
Neutrality allowance, ya man for Kawasem Bebre. I don't see anything wrong with it. Minua, say ban say ye be here to get the allowance where you will scar. you will scar Ghana, my more you will scar.
I didn't know you don't see anything wrong with it.
Unim. First of all, COVID by no. And the how can see any best you are so. A man for Mujuma Guye. A man for Juma Bafom. And my assistant, I a ding. A bin concern to me in Comano. Omo ye Juma, Omo Nuzum Jumano. And there, this I say, Omosikano, it to me swim di, and I say it to your fees. A year name, it your bills, it your dinka, any animal woman.
Before that, the neutrality allowance, no, send out it as a
meba. Metias ye pa. But unim, I'm walking you through a certain path before we get there.
Okay.
Now, yeah, the taxes, so meba. COVID tax. COVID, a buying na soon for swap mapa, as you be our my and so yeah, the tax so. And yes, sir. And my sitting in any watch aba. Menu say inflation is 19%. 19.4%. Ama a sitting in a ding. And ne omo to me for tax here for trotro. And ne omo no for trotro and am form. Because in can obe fit test no akwa cycle and kobe fa car no be nante because can be ni bottom. Otua danka, otua bills. In class school fees kwanya me na dom anse na wetumi tua bi. Anse na wetumi abo akohomo ofie. Owi a scanner. What am I say? Anything no obia pray say ye di bi beka ne sika ho. Say na be ya at least obetumi live with the head above the waters. Say na bi obetumi ahome. Amanfo ka say adentina CLOGSAG encorporate aketu antumu. Okay.
So in terms of that question, according to Deputy Minister for Labor and Labor Relations, Ochese neutrality allowance near to we are paying them this allowance. They should remain neutral, political neutral. So they be our own conquer MPP, NDC, active politics. That is the explanation.
I once make as a message because I'm taking you from a amount for to the reason why we need a raise and not say an allowance. Then I say the word neutrality is it an appropriate word? As in say allowance. So that is why I'm walking you through where I'm coming from to that particular extent because I really understand that particular subject.
Chairman David Boteso or Shell or see and keep the fire burning.
All right. Now, Maka ahonchaba. Amount for here raise. Abai president and Kasano onwa ompam onye dwumabia ondo onya hwe no wedi. Tax here e de best way so kronu duebi. Nanso no say ye man 79% increment e won the salary mo. Ni appointees ebinim nya from 50% to 70%. And so here ye aban adwuma na e ma 4%. 4% na de mai. What you say? Omo ebinum so ka say omo call for salary raise. Meaning budget ni ya approve budget na. How do you go to say you increase your salary? How possible is that? And in the wisdom of CLOGSAG, what best can be done? Say yema allowance. For me, whether a neutrality allowance or whatever allowance, I'm not concerned about the name, the nomenclature. What you say? The relevance of this particular thing, that is where my focus is. And yes, indeed, they need this allowance, including all of us. Because I sit in my ding. I buy my penny for no more, and you are more caught now, or yes, a signing MOU. Say you bit just as a kind of mom. What you say? See, whether you see a two for them to be neutral, and answer then. The law does not allow them to engage in political activities. And almost feel say, okay, if that is the case, then we should be giving some allowance.
If they want to, if they have wanted to join political activities, then what would him say? Ajuma okwakoye, mrane say wunti minya political activity. Also free sell politics rabia. Why don't you resign and join politics? Now, person chesa unwo mientua oka. Yam some family taxpayers money. Insa oka to be neutral. Meanwhile, party na de wo buy. We ajuma.
One say, and you be all civil service mo ena or ye party ni. I think say let's my differentiate. Yes, of course. Politicians nearby, they sack certain people and normally but there are a lot of people that have been there for, let's say, 10, 15, 20 years. Okay, so basically, omo ye enyo mu nyina no ye amanyofo. Say ye can amanyofo no kwa dia na ya ka ye edwuma ohonom no then ebe ha adwen kakra. Enti na make me nhwa amanyofo because bia omo term of office is conterminous to aban owoso no. Enti ono beko nyo wo ho as a neutral person or man who don't your wo honom no. Say ye politicians na pe nko ape a na omo ye nyomo ndi me enti na me I generalize and put all of them together to say they need a raise including obi or ye adwuma bia.
Yes, I'm not disputing that fact to say your civil servant adwuma for aketuanye because what the total politician wa o maketuanye what the total obi or ya adwuma for 60 years no call retirement any retirement package but sometimes we obetwe saa ne sakra nka no awu no ko na ne ma betwe man so saa politicians no wie na MP 4 years na the next graduate na the man obesa to aso a the next 4 years ye de be man to market ya de enye se ka sin raise your market ya
sorry say make ata you munyina because unim cocoa board penny I need 275,000
very good
Ghana cedis
say ye ka sin raise your market ya no a I think say e good see be page mu but we are to pay somebody say be a political neutral. A Jumano in the first place, there's no person who join a active politics. You can't do it. Is it not corruption? You institutionalize it, you legalize it with this so-called neutrality.
Well, I don't see it aside because CLOGSAG has been in the system for quite a long time. CLOGSAG has been in the system, I think, almost by 1918. It was second D. Okay. Bargaining certificate. Say, Tambia, no more feel say bia, bibi nkoyi anas, omo per certain raise and bibia. They have that opportunity by law to do same. Omo amfa tu anko dina aban etiso say ye we ma me anabra nebe sign MOU ayan say bia ye be kun anabibi. It was in their right. Okay, to go and fight for a better condition for their people. And I feel say that is basically what they did. For me, the nomenclature is not my primary concern. The concern is what is that money going to do for the people? Is it going to help them? Is it going to improve their living conditions? That is where my focus is. And if that is what it's going to do, then I'm all for it.
Every payment a government and assistance should be every allow one purpose. And you say student loan one purpose. Nursing training allow one purpose. Teacher training allow one purpose. This particular allow I can want some say neutrality. Neutrality ni say jinam fin men koye MPP, men koye NDC. Apart from Ghana, can we cite example from other international practices? We have this kind of payment to the government workers for being.
I have a challenge with this particular thing because one, we also must be an initiator. We always do not want to have to wait. Say obinye and say niajatum. Yes, we bit me a baby. Ana enye
na ade na eye papa say obi mesuya.
That is where I
want to say we can go to international platform and defend say it's good to pay civil servant to be neutral. Though say yes, you can't do active politics as a civil servant, but let's pay them for being neutral. Can we go and stand on the scale of corruption, transparency, international? So this is how they fight corruption in our country.
You see, for me, I don't see anything wrong, like I said, because is it corruption? No.
Why is it not corruption?
Because on board because on far on
so because the government not say me triama wono. Also pay our government not so be triama no any corruption.
Meanwhile, ye tuakula cost of living allowance. Emma ebinum. What you say? Then a cost of living allowance. What is the relevance of it? Ye tuawo salary. And no for will living. Because
maybe that will be a topic for another day. But this one is so on
basically
neutrality.
We've had a lot of these things.
Because in time besides me focus, I don't have anything against them. But say the allow be beba so be or fan support to me because and I increase almost salary even 1,000,000%. I don't have any problem. This is Ghana, this is the reality. government be obebia no oko government institutions yes sacking Crawford when NDC was losing when NDC lost power MPP ban ye national insurance officer scheme officer ye sacking ye ransack ho toll booth ye claim Crawford you move free honum because you saw me your party for now we is our omufro because of a party it means do dey on neighbor hono your party ni now do party ni aba ho ye tua ne ka fine now yes am fa me sika o me ametie yi yansan fa misika ensam ko tua nipa ne nim so ye MPP awo benya appointment because na MPP party obo ano na party na ba power na party na reward no yansan fa misika ko tua ne kase onsanye neutral. What kind of neutrality? Are we not paying people for just being hypocrites?
Well, say I think that let's delineate the two things because I feel say if we look at it only the lenses say there are some political activists we shouldn't do this. I feel say we may be getting it wrong. I feel say let's look at it as a whole. These are people in this particular organization and I say with this union and this is what they are demanding for. Do they deserve it? That's the first place. Is it bad for them to demand for an additional money that will actually better their lives and now say ease their challenges? Me, that's how I'm looking at it, and that is from that perspective.
Okay.
I need to know me pese ebe to say near bia MP before the bin makoho and because MP before the bin makoho and NDC before the bin makoho and no some civil servants. Okay, any local government for no. There's a lot of people that work there. Even before Amanyosem Eddie or Munkro for Bebaho, I don't think say everybody was sacked. What I say, I know said there were certain people that were sacked, which is not right. And no should be a subject for another discussion. Is it right for government that comes to be sacking people and bringing their own people? That should be a subject for another discussion. But this particular thing, we are looking at CLOGSAG as a whole, okay, as a union that has members that is fighting for a better condition for its members. That is how I see it. That is why I don't see anything wrong with it. But if you are looking at political people or political actors in that particular, some institutions and some organizations are almost falling under CLOGSAG, and none should be, you better say, hey, Bia, Amanyosem di ebinimba omo pamu ebinmefi onomodi ebinumba afufrofo ba omo yo omonkrofo no. And no, let's discuss that. Let's separate that from this particular discussion. I think that if we do that now, we'll be able to have it very clear and very well. And anything anything wrong with if there is a friend is saying a union that their mandate, their core mandate, is to actually to seek for a better living condition for their people. And if they are doing that, I see nothing wrong with it. All right.
I'm trying to get some a slice in the course of the program because the deputy minister made it clear what is neutrality allowance. Almost some Kenyans because of some more Benjamin they can engage in active politics, partisan politics, and it's benefit and California active politics and omun to me another perception. So Okase we are civil servants. Unti active politics, partisan politics, into benefit and California and Unyabia. It means we'll be active politics. The perception is to go and make money. So politics is no more a service to the state. It's an avenue of making money. And for that matter, who making those money? So we should do everything possible to pay you. This is my point. I don't dispute. This is my point.
Obviously,
I feel say neutrality, the name neutrality. And how am I explaining say we should give them this particular allowance? Said they are only MPP NDC. Though MPP free powers is NDC, but NDC is call for beba. MPP banu muyi krana ebi beka. The same way NPP but muyi NDC for nyado call for buy ekebino. But why must in the first place Ghana? Why should we even tolerate this? Say we are paying people to be neutral. Do we pay police to be neutral? Are we paying military to be neutral? Are we paying justices of the Supreme Court and all the judicial institutions to be neutral? And for that matter, why is it that CLOGSAG for deserving this neutrality allowance? Not police, all the state security agencies don't deserve it.
Sammy, only maybe. I was once a union leader.
Okay. CLOGSAG.
Not CLOGSAG. TUTAC.
Okay.
National Vice President. Into a banner negotiation. Wo meet a buy. Ma share allowance be a relate to a jumana we no. Na wako justify.
Okay.
Into to me now could justify na edisa allowance na eden the amount.
Okay.
Now for you to go through the negotiation enye edako banyame bebre ho a ense mu fem. Umo the lawyer call abandon the lawyer. Chese ako ekoye jojo momo ya ma ban ti ase. Sampa you deserve this allowance. An allowance be also any purpose. Sammy, you are entitled to certain allowances. And I'm I'm entitled to certain allowances. Allowance I may nyano. Ebi a onyebi. And I obe nyano so me nyebi. Esa say obi a adwuma no and allowance I bata ho. Inti police ni na adwuma na very risky. Inti a man no risk allowance. Eso me nya risk allowance. So just here. If a teacher no ordinary classroom or chair there no, on your professional development allowance. Now be a unya. Into a ban allowances are first negotiation bem. Through the negotiation you are able to justify.
Okay.
So just here. I'm beginning to understand what you are saying. But let me also say the controversy allowance not creating is because of the name. I cannot say it's because of the name. Neutrality. You explain say yentia omokase na be ya.
Okay. Well, just quick one. That's according to the Deputy Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, Honorable Bright Rekubrobe, what he says the allowance payment will reinforce the group commitment to be neutral. He said although government has agreed to pay allowances name, but the name for the allowance has not been firmed up completely. But just say moving to the next one or say why neutrality allowance for CLOGSAG? That's the question. So for them, they make a case that they cannot attend any political program, therefore do not get anything from a political landscape, and then they are committed to stay neutral and will not get any form of allowances or whatever. So this is it.
Is he CLOGSAG allowance now or mobisano? They deserve it. But the name, who say Abayanan Kasano, they have a problem with the name neutrality. Inti me what anka me say amu ye na right the way nanka mu negotiate no. Nanka the name ne ba muno. You could have negotiated for the name to also say be a Mosisai. So what you say? Inti they say now they say the description I the allowance no. Ena inkrofo afa ho but if they had looked at it and sana eba out I'm sure say near Abayeka is because the problem that was saying no is just about the name, the description. So what you see, but Abayeka say obitua. Inti me my suggestion. They say if the name neutrality abeye controversial. I think if the two parties should meet and then try to have a second hands, almost the same dinner. Because
already your intention, you can't say your initial intention is known because all causes didn't cause for Krana. Catches walk away and it's all we are. Mimitia, what come at say the whole idea and he say we should pay you for not engaging in active politics.
Wow, Sammy, Nyakano, in a way, no, but you could also see, closer for it to me justify why they need that money. So they say,
is that justifiable to you?
Oh, in a way, you see, one, civil servants, so they say, they are barred from engaging in active politics. Say, or a politician come on to platform.
We are aware before
we apply no. Wouldn't say.
Okay.
But say mean to me yet how will I be compensated? And also won't be. Because you say, Mammy, yet, Matthias, ye, intimate. But of course, me, also, I'm likely to lose something. So are you going to compensate me?
The same way police can come say, Majuma me kwako yes mama take a bribe. Those say Encrofo take a bribe, but yes mama take a bribe. And once I mean take a bribe, but no mommy.
Who say, Sammy? Now can some of the allowances now, if you look at the caption, the allowance, who say it goes beyond the meaning of that allowance. To say police for the okay. So, or G risk allowance, you know what it entails?
Yeah, risk allowance, it means Ojumana o ya kwenshebe me abasa man.
Even not to cut you, but you know, say
your
Jumana entails a certain risk, but you joined. So if you know that your Jumano entails a certain risk, now join your identity with the same vein, like your question. I didn't think I say amount risk allowance.
So already we are providing bulletproof, sending you any protective, and say risk in womb.
Yes,
by the protective. It's different from say neutral.
No, but apart from that, they still take the allowance. Apart from say your mom, all those protective gears, they still take that allowance. And it's the same with CLOGSAG.
Yeah,
it's the same because unim say
what Sammy? Udiani caption idea man. So what you say?
But the caption explains the whole idea.
In American say no. Deputy Minister Nangasa who say create that kind of.
And it was an afterthought. He was part of the negotiation.
So what you say?
He was there. He didn't have any problem with that particular name. And because people came out to
started punching holes.
Then you
can change the name, but the purpose will still stand.
Obviously,
you can change the name.
As for the purpose, it will still stand because
focus allowance.
It will be there to discourage people from engaging in active politics.
Okay.
Once you call yourself a civil servant, politics and yet baby I saw diagro. So it is here. It is all compensating me. But there again, maybe someone say compensate you. Now chine be to say ujina platform so politics do we have something to also punish you? So I mean, the question is what is here? First, you compensate you. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But okay, yes, what?
Because
you
Ashanti region, for instance, Ashanti region, one of the constituencies, Obi a all contested for a year position. Party no so more disqualified because we are civil servant.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, Juma. And no party no. Akaso a civil servant is disqualified. But that person still remains as a civil servant a year trianica. And sir allowance whereby that same person is going to enjoy. Meanwhile, is active politics.
One will say, if that allowance is paid, they will be committed to one say that allowance near chia. Let's just say committee who. We say you have to be compensated. It's about say okay.
Appointment letter now was sign from beginning before I would do Juma na catch say you can't do active politics. And when man you committed to that pledge, allegiance, and when you committed now allowance never be never committed.
Who say allowance no e batasa pledge no e hodu. Inti if you go contrary to sa nia wo enjoy na. Your own question said to me etwe waso.
But so it may be a question.
Okay.
1 minute na fair. 1 minute.
Me kita a lot of the allowances are yaje ewo memu ha. So I'm just going to mention some of them.
Okay.
Now wait here.
Okay.
Cashier allowance.
Ane yedien.
Uye ejuma, uye cashier.
Ufiaka.
Yes. Now uye cashier no. Eye say ejuma na uye ninti na etu awka. I didn't say more allowances.
Okay. Like I said, there were numerous allowances. Ebia on the purposes. We need time. Maybe near ready. Say we are draining answer. We maybe are draining answer. But for now, a neutrality allowance.
So obviously, the end game, say, you see, can any day and so young.
Okay.
You pay biaka. Baby, you didn't ye to me and pray for Akitu and to me.
Okay.
Because budget no. ya pass budget ne deda so wo kwa ban won ka so packet tuntum be ka so train next year
and 3%.
Yes. The best you can ever do being smart to say close at for no say over pray for allowance
neutrality allowance
and basically
30 seconds wrap up
so me the America say close at for issue in the I don't have anything against it. My only problem is with the use of the name.
But the idea is no.
But the idea is excellent.
Quote your answer to you more.
The American is a omuntu akonwa na omuntu.
Almost said him.
Rebranding.
Penisi quote your answer to you man ho for na ho sensan dey. And sir, you pious and you must say I'm pious from Pukwasi Abenzo was talking about corruption fighting is ought to be start from top there. Or say I mean politician. Tina Da Costa or say good evening brother Sammy, you are doing a great job. God bless you. Mama Tina here that's papa. You know about could see the message about what's up patch. Mama can you director now if where you mean. Was it Sammy, you are doing a good job. Was it but we wish this program comes off earlier than this time. It's a must-watch program. Secondly, findings from international bodies are showing the true state of corruption in Ghana. We are patiently waiting for the findings from the similar surveys conducted by Ghana Statistical Service, and government should not think of changing the outcome. Yenya ni Edifri Dansuman and de Aba. That's Papa Buzi. I've had about coming in the Moti Yewra David Kumi Ado. Or no penny quite for that so Shabas Ke Ghana Sanso Anna Yera Daniel Sabute or no so Cheche senior lecturer at Accra Technical University or sending his Casamo. May I meet you my dear Medini Sasabo Tony Media so like I say I'm coming a year control room for MCR for Edamasa graphics among whom for Fefferin a Savior and Sanu.